It's Madden NFL 24, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings, and it comes your way next.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging. The defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll go again to Jones. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 35-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Second down and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught by Addison. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Akers. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because right down the field on this opening drive, they've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step. Let's go.
Akers again. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. 7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. McCarthy. And Thielman's got it. Touchdown Vikings. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. This rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, that's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. So it was already a gain on the completion, but with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
On 1st down, Allen. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down, because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
2nd and 9. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. And this one a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing a kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Now Allen off the bootleg. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills, touchdown. a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they opposed their will on that last drive. They'll try the right side with Jones. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 124 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring it.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Rolling to his right. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Justin Jefferson. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Shows some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This taken in at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Allen going to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the 1st by a few yards.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Kept them shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
On play action, Allen. And the timing a bit off that time as Allen falls to the ground.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Muscles him off. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Covered a lot of ground there, 81 yards on the punt return. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 1st and 10, McCarthy. That is incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Quickly to Addison here. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off the play fake. McCarthy. A hit as he throws there. Incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air, Allen. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen to throw once more. Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. He'll check this down to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And he will find his man, Samuel. Touchdown, Bills. Curtis Samuel, 43 yards. And the Bills are back within a score.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Off play action. McCarthy. Now he'll escape to his right. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses
rush coming, and he's taken down. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 59 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vikings head out to take over once again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Off the play fake. McCarthy sliding out of the pocket. Here's a diving catch right side. The Vikings right now have got the passing game working. It's another first down. Back to throw. McCarthy going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Off play action. McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw again. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Now a 2nd and 6. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McCarthy. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put them up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Point after, right down the middle, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills ready to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. To throw is Allen. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Throwing, Allen. That's Samuel, caught left side. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Here's Allen. Cook is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Steps away to his left. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down 35-31, a little under a minute to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now that changes everything.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Hamler now to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Allen. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.